Alright, welcome, welcome. As you can see, the screen exists, and...
Yes, we think we got it, for the most part, fixed.
That looks like the right speed.
Yeah.
And the audio...
sounds right.
Yeah, the audio is synced up too, isn't that incredible? Okay.
Fantastic. Truly a feat among men.
Yes, pardon me, VOD Squad. I've got to get the chat up. Although I guess, like...
Nobody's in chat yet.
No, I need the VOD Squad. The people who watch the VOD. I'm talking to the future.
Yes, guess.
Gotta get chat up. And then you know what? Future. I need... Oh. Lowry's already in chat. And he made it into top chat. I can't believe it.
My God.
Nobody's in chat, she says. You made it all the way into top chat. They didn't put your bigoted comments down into live chat.
Well, anyway, getting back to our Castlevania playthrough, Aria of Sorrow. A lot of people like to say that this is one of their faves. And I guess we should play all of the favorite ones. I don't know if there's any particular order we could go about it, but we're starting with this one because it was available. So, back to Spooky Stream. We are a sexy fashion show Kaiba man. And we're going to find Dracula so that we can inherit Dracula's powers by defeating him. That is the plot. Do not question it.
Oh, so PC now has this thing. You can now make those little reactions on the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Not too shabby, huh?
Okay. Alright. Now... Oh, I've been meaning to ask, what does a server room smell like? I figure Lowry works with computers, so he might know.
I imagine it smells hot.
Am I safe? Not really, right?
You're pretty safe.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Got him.
Was remarkably retarded.
Eric Lauer says it doesn't really matter what order you go in. The game lore is connected, but direct sequels are pretty rare. Dawn of Sorrow is the sequel to this game. Okay. Sweet.
Christ.
Eric Lauer says, I don't know what a server room smells like myself. I've not set foot in one personally.
Huh. Ah.
I guess we gotta go to a server room, Adam. For research, for science.
Yeah.
Collect the data and just take some huge whiffs.
I would assume it just smells like dust that's like burning on microchips. Just like opening up a hot computer.
What a loser.
Bunch of
Can't even
doofuses.
throw his spear. Eric Lauer says, I assume you're writing something that requires setting the scene in a server room?
I'm writing like a sci-fi thing. Ugh.
Oh, saved it.
I figured it was just easier just to take a bunch of damage than like fiddle around for 10 years.
Yeah.
Sluts.
Got him.
So yeah, it's like kind of, yeah, it's like, I don't know, you know, I don't know if it's not even like super necessary, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. I was thinking like, hammer? Is that a weapon? It is. Your standard hammer.
That...
Doesn't that arm look so unhealthy? Like, the shoulder is, like, really high, and then he's, like, just straight arming it.
Yeah.
30
Not
HP.
look like a clean swing.
30 HP, can you make it? We'll see.
30 HP in a dream.
Yeah.
He'll be okay. He's got the most overpowered power you can have in a game like this. The save slots.
I haven't used any, though. I guess I could. Yeah. Not looking good.
Ah, you got it. Easy. Get penetrated, bitch. And you leveled up. Nice. Too bad you didn't have to go over here at all.
Yeah. But I leveled up. Huh?
Yeah. Chaos Mesh says, somebody get this guy a Glock 13. We have to get further into the level to get that.
A Glock 13?
You know it, baby.
What the fuck is a Glock 13?
Also, why the hell is the chat emote pop-up back? I thought they got rid of that. Yeah, it's back! So, celebrate as you will.
Yeah, so I'm writing a thing, right? Gotta go in style. Oh, fuck me. It's just like, I was like, oh no, I should have gone back with the button.
1 hit point, let's go.
What's the difference?
Nice.
Oh. Meh. That is a
You
ceiling.
can glide too, right? Would that help?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
trying not to die.
With gargoyles or tiny devils. No. I think it's just...
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's
it's
as far
just
as you
too
can go.
straight across.
Actually, can you...
Not a bad idea.
Rip.
Ripperoni, pepperoni.
Okay. Oh, right. I don't need to go in there. Yeah, so I'm like writing a thing, and I was trying to... Or is this the place I didn't need to go? No, it was the down there I was supposed to need to go. I was thinking maybe like the thing to do would be to set up like a gross scent. And so I was thinking like maybe the way I'd want to do that is like the way I'd want to do that is you know, put another scent, you know, start like considering the scentscape for this area, as it were. Just like, usually when I press buttons, I like stuff to happen, but
Right.
it doesn't. So I don't know how
Is
much like time between
Yeah,
buttons.
is the resting spot really far from here?
I don't know.
Chaos Smash says, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Oh shit. Man. So I think I did a good job making it. Well, that doesn't help it, right? I think I did a good job making it like super nasty, right?
You're usually good at making things nasty.
Am I? Have I ever done that successfully? Like what? Like
yeah,
where?
Yeah, one character definitely made me quite uncomfortable.
The pirate thing?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's just like them talking, right?
It's still super nasty talking.
Yeah. No, that's true. I guess.
I mean, like, even in your romance novel, you have like a kind of a gross scene.
The snot thing?
Well, I was more so thinking about the puke scene.
Oh, that's right. That's what happens in that. Oh, yeah.
You've got your own book?
Well, you know, it's confusing because like you get confused between like the initial drafts and then what it kind of turns into.
Right.
Initially, so there's a scene in the spoilers if anyone's ever gonna read it. There's a scene in the romance novel Treading Water, which I can highly recommend. I was curious if it was on like a strict path, but I guess not.
It's a bouncy boy.
Can it get at me here? Or is it just gonna bounce off the top? There's a scene where I kind of let the characters run away with me. You know, I kind of just like let whatever logically should follow sort of occur in their conversation. And it sort of progressed to a point where it felt like they were making fairly, I don't know what that was, but seems dangerous.
Yep. Silk robe, is that better?
Let's see. Better than the gym clothes I killed that hot lady for. Int. Which I guess improves spells, but my only spell is throwing a spear, so it's not...
Yeah, not really worth it. More Vampires Masquerade.
Oh, is it? I didn't even remember. But, good
I
news.
assumed that was what he was talking about, but
Good news. Get to play more. Yeah, so their romance was like progressing a little bit too quickly, you know? And then
it's like fucking ballroom dancing, man.
Oh, but they're gonna hurt me if they tell you. Yeah. Okay, so
Their dance moves are just like too sick, you know? Just too deadly.
So yeah, their romance, it was clever. Okay.
Beat down in the ballroom.
Solid. Okay. So yeah, their romance was getting a little bit too steamy, and it didn't follow. Like it was too much too quickly, right? So it's hard to explain, but it was a kind of a pacing thing. I needed to stretch things out, not just because I didn't want them to be together, because I was afraid of, you know, some Japanese thing where it's like, I don't know if I can get the tension to be good if they're they're in a relation. Oh,
Maybe you need like a. Oh, that was scary.
sweet.
Yeah, you can't really grab the ledge, so it's a little bit complicated. There you go. Oh,
So-
stained glass. Very pretty.
Yeah. So like as a matter of like a pacing thing, right? I because yeah, like I said, it wasn't like because I was afraid of having them like go into a relationship. I just because obviously they do, you know, in the end. I just needed to slow it down so that I could get a little bit more development out of them, so that it would be.
Nice.
That's why I got that. That's their soul. I needed some more development and like to time their like real to space out the kind of them getting together as a like or them kind of admitting their feelings to each other from some other development stuff. It's all like, man, writing romance sucks. So it's like so congested, you know. If strong on your poison, let's not do that. Let's get con and defense. All right.
Hey, Jimmy Rose, welcome to the chat.
So yeah, so yeah, in order to like make it not happen. Never mind. Staying here.
Yeah, why don't you go up instead?
Tells me to go up.
Go up. Go up.
Leave me alone. Yeah, in order to like space things out, I had them. Well, I don't know. I guess that is kind of a spoiler. I don't know. I had to have some kind of hijinks happen, right? I had a. I didn't know you could get hurt doing that. I had one of them vomit. That's what Trisha is referring to. And I don't even know. I mean, I guess it was gross, but I needed it to be really fucking disgusting for this scene. That was just like, I mean, that has such strong contrast because you're like, you know, romance, everything's not everything, but you know, there's a certain amount of like ushy gushy, right? It's not, you know.
Yeah.
But I really wanted this scene that I'm working on recently to be like really goddamn nasty. I think it'll help the reader to feel like this sort of righteous fury towards like taking out the villains, right? Because they do stuff that's very, very like disgusting. Oh, what do we got over here?
Anti-venom.
Huh. So
It's something.
as part of like not characterizing, but I felt like it sort of like helped to make the
Ooh.
this seems like something.
Map travel.
Oh, interesting.
Nice. Nothing else over there, though. Bullshit.
Is that like an infant money farm? Well, can actually farm this.
Nope.
Ah.
Just one.
Ripperoni pepperonis. Is this a challenge mode? No.
Eric Lowry says you might want to use that to get back to a save room.
Yeah.
You don't say.
I suppose so.
Yes. Jamie Rose says ghost dancers drop luck souls, and luck determines how often you get new souls.
Oh, this is... Oh. Interesting. So yeah, anyway. I don't know if that I've really done a really good job making stuff super gross.
Well, you can always ask me or John Day to read it when it's ready.
Yeah. Well, fuck me, I guess. Is that as far... Yeah, I guess it is as far as I have. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, writing the chapter itself was like super gross. But
It's gross for you. That's probably a good sign, right?
I was like trying to chew my mastic gum while I was writing, and it was just like, ugh. I just imagine this like stuff being in my mouth. It's terrible. I guess, yeah. I mean, like, I think a good, like, 50% of my thought at all times is, like, taken up by writing. And then, like...
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I'll try to think of something to say on stream, and then I'll just talk about, like, bummer topics. But then it's like, it's not true. I'm not a bummer all the time.
In politics.
Well, no, that's not true either. I think about, like, video games and stuff, and history stuff. Like, I think about more stuff, but, like...
Think about the Holy Roman Empire. Or the Roman Empire.
Of course. But, you know, I'm, like, trying to think about, like, stuff to say, and then I'll start talking about, like, bummer topics, and then I'll be like, I have sinned! Because now I've, like, put these, like...
What the hell is that? Oh my
killer
God.
doll, naturally. Okay. I don't know where... Was it there? Yeah.
They did manage to make it look quite jank with how it gets up and everything.
Okay. You know, I just, like... I know you can't have things just happen when you push the button all the time, but I really... It feels so nice when a game is, like, really responsive. You know what I want to play? I want to play Valfaris, actually. I want a controller pass with Valfaris, because I'm not that good with it, but it is really fun to play, and, like, I like passing the controller. This game is not super, super hard. I mean, obviously, save states make it much easier.
Well, yes.
But,
I still think you should try to get full health back.
I mean, it's not like I'm like, no, I don't do full health. I'm just, like, I don't know where it is.
Oh, it doesn't show you on the map?
I haven't tried to look for it. Probably why I don't know where it is.
Yeah, probably.
I guess I could just tell my stream chat what I'm writing about. It's just not like, I don't know.
That'll just make them excited for it, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Or terrified, either way.
I mean, I guess I have to work on my elevator pitch for like when the because you know like Slayer in the Wide Valley, I worked on it for like a million years, and when it finally came out, it was like, oh, what's the book about? And it's like, oh, I can finally tell you, and it was like, I don't know how to explain it.
He like slays stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how to
I'm
pronounce.
very bad at elevator pitches too. For someone who like has a lot of experience doing videos online, I'm awful at trying to sell my own comics.
Yeah. So anyway, the concept is very broadly speaking, without like giving away too many of the like more interesting concepts. I'm gonna do a sci-fi story, right? Yet another standalone. Before a series. Oh, I guess I should. Cool. I guess down here.
I guess tell them about your sci-fi as you.
Yeah. So I wanted to do like a sci-fi thing, and you bitch.
Spawning on top of you.
I was thinking.
You could buy things from that guy.
Hey. Howdy there. You okay?
Howdy there. Is this where you open your shop?
She's staring at you. Is she your friend?
Yeah.
Whoa. I had no idea you were so popular with the ladies.
Hey, it's not like that. Yeah, I gotta say, from his face alone, he really does not look like the type of like, oh, I'm so nervous around girls type of guy.
It's just the default like Japanese protagonist.
Yeah, right. He looks more like the cool and smooth type of guy if I were to guess by his facial features.
Okay. Castle maps.
You have 1,400 gold, so buy whatever the fuck you want, I guess.
Oh, a rapier. That seems exciting, but probably not good.
I think you already have the best weapon.
I would agree with you. War fatigues. Alright, so I guess I'll get that. I just have to sell some useless junk. I wonder what he'll buy. Okay, so knife. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll sell that. Short sword is shorter than my sword, so definitely sell that. The Bastard Sword is theoretically higher DPS, but the reach is way too short. If I'm gonna go for like higher DPS, I'm probably gonna use the Cestus or Kestis or Cestus or something. Should I sell my casual clothes? What if I have to go on a date? I think leather plate, yeah, that is just... And I have two of them. Cape is just bad. Heart-shaped pendant. I'll sell the scarf. Poofs wear scarves.
Yeah, get him. Hey man, you want to poof it up?
Am I wearing the gym clothes? No, I'm wearing something else. Alright, here. I'll buy these fatigue since they increase my damage. So that'll probably be good for a decent amount of time. Maybe. Lowers my constitution, but everything else seems to go up, including defense. So it's probably an okay trade. Oh, I got a katana for the weebs. Wow, the DPS is so high on that.
Makes sense. Japanese game.
So I'm doing a sci-fi thing, and it's be good practice for figuring out my my elevator pitch. Sorry, I'm like very distracted by not being able to breathe.
Eric Lowry says, if we get to the end, I can't wait to see you try out Clem Solis. Really goofy name, but super OP greatsword. Goofy, you say? I don't know.
So I was taking tablets from this thing, but I believe that was the last one.
I don't know if there are any more upstairs.
I'll check.
It's been a rough allergy season, folks. Especially on Adam. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this before, but apparently the different colored dyes can cause different bad things. Well, obviously, like, red dye number 40 is the one that everyone points to as being, like, an awful artificial coloring that's, like, added to things, and it's really bad for people. But I heard somebody else say that, like, the yellow dye is also pretty bad, and, like, blue dye, and they cause, like, different types of problems. Like, the yellow dye causes allergies, blue dye causes asthma.
Yeah.
It's all sorts of different things related to the different dyes.
Honestly, red dye really fucks with your thinking. I have to admit, it's probably very worthwhile to avoid red dye. So I remember as a kid being even more affected by it.
Yeah.
And that's not like all red dye, but the brightest red dye is made from petroleum. Red dye number 40. That's used in most things, like candy canes. And
It's quite unfortunate.
yeah.
I like the color red, but I don't want to die. But it's...
Hey, baby.
Welcome back, Selma. That man over there. His name's Hammer, huh? You don't think he's a little scary?
No, I think he's a decent guy.
But look at all those weapons he has over there.
Told me he's opening up some shop.
He's opening up a shop in this castle?
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
But if you say that he's a good guy, I'll believe you. Welcome back.
How are you holding up?
Sometimes I just feel so uneasy waiting here.
Will you be alright?
Yes, no need to worry, I'm fine. Yeah, she really is just a cardboard cutout, isn't she?
My body feels heavy all the time. Well, if you need me to hold anything up, I'm pretty strong. I got a 34 strength over here, so I'll just, grab hold of something, whatever.
She's not adding anything to the story.
Yeah. It's probably it's
it's
probably
fine.
Bigotry.
It's fine to put in a love interest, don't get me wrong, but you have to at least have them be a part of the story somehow.
I'd rather the character just be a complete cardboard cutout than someone super goddamn bad at writing. Like,
yeah.
put them in
that's
and
true
then make it
enough.
just terrible. Let's go for luck. Why not? Yeah, it's just a... Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, so you can drop down over there.
So anyway, the
Yes, you're
story I'm working on, a sci-fi thing is
Well, nothing over there.
yeah, I guess
Okay.
not.
Well, we've explored. That's the important thing.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
Eric Lowry says at the very least they could have had what's his name in the white suit kidnap her or something. Yeah, they could have added some conflict. Yes. The worst.
So satisfying. So I was thinking I want to do a sci-fi thing, put it in deep space, and I've always been fascinated by the idea of a party of adventurers just going off into space. Honestly, my favorite part of Star Wars, and like the only part I liked really as a kid, was the start where they get on the Millennium Falcon, like they shoot the guy in the tavern, right? I didn't know what people were talking about with Han shot first, because I just never watched it on DVD. I just watched the VHS.
Right.
And yeah, I
Those George Lucas edits were quite unnecessary.
Yeah, so anyway, wanted to do something sort of like deep space, etc. So I was thinking, you know, what would be a good like villain, and I was like, man, there's so much in the realm of like there's so much inspiration nowadays for like really good villains when you just look at like sort of like leftist policies and stuff. Like they really make like
They're really fantastic villains.
yeah, there's really a lot to draw on there that people like more concerned with just their evil can't appreciate, but they make excellent villains. Even like, and I don't want to like, I don't want to write something that's like, oh,
The axe armor. What?
that could be much cooler than the spears if it's on the The winged skeleton costs 12, and this is 22, so it better do more damage.
It's a shame they don't actually change your appearance when you put on different armors.
Well, that's a soul you're equipping.
Still.
A lance, huh? So I was thinking like, wow, that's a lot of damage.
Whoa. It's huge. It is kind of slow, though. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Hey, Harpy! Or Siren, my bad. Kind of similar creatures, so can't blame me.
It's not nearly as fun. I gotta say, I need the chainsword.
Yeah, chainsword is tops, man.
Anyway. Ah, you bitch.
She does the music thing. Alright.
So I was thinking like go for corporations and sort of. I was gonna have a biotech company be the villain, you know, because whenever they get mentioned in like, you know, CD Projekt or not CD Projekt, Cyberpunk. Ooh. Whenever it gets mentioned, I always think like, man, they would make like an interesting villain, you know. And that's not to say like I don't want like all biotechnology to be like super condemned. And so I sort of came to a conclusion that it's easy to do that, where I could have good companies and evil companies, or like good versions of technology. And, like, basically, it's like, if some people got their hands on the technology to modify themselves with, like, biological tech, they would end up with cheetah skin, and they would have, like, a,
Neon nipples and shit.
neon nipples and, like, an ankylosaurus tail, and, you know.
Right.
They'd end up being, like, real fucking freaks. And then other people, and I think the vast majority of people, would follow the sort of paradigm of bodybuilding, thinking of themselves as this, like, aspiration to become like a Greek statue, to reach the ideal form, not to, like, become some kind of twisted abomination. And I thought that would be an interesting, like, dichotomy to utilize. Like, have one of the characters be, you know, some kind of biopunk. You know, how there is, like, cyberpunks and etc. The biological equivalent and etc. And then have the, man, really, like, fucking hates candelabras, huh?
You better believe it.
So yeah, that's so I was doing that. That I think that's yeah. So that's gonna be like the plot of this, I think, and like that's gonna be the villain sort of. There's a lot that goes into it, but broadly, I think, you know, if I was giving an elevator pitch, like if the book was done, I would say, like, yeah, they go and take down an evil biocorp. That's probably interesting enough, you know. They can, because there's so much that they can do. It's kind of like necromancers, where there's just so much, not only autonomy to a single character, there's just like, man, there's a little gnat in the room.
Yeah. Single will be dead though.
Soon. I can't wait. The good aspect of that kind of tech could be that they basically fixed all congenital medical disorders. Yeah, it's like blocked by the giant heart on the next to on the chat thing. I don't know how to make this go away, but yeah, there it is. Anyway, just congenital is like congenit. Strange. So it's a dark power within you. Who are you? It is rude to ask a question before introducing yourself. Jay. Okay. Yes, you're right. I can't give you my name, but people call me Jay.
Is it short for James? Oh shit!
People call you Jay? Why hide your real name? Are you a criminal? No, I have amnesia.
Oh, okay.
I'm told I was in an accident in 1999. You mean when Dracula was killed? Are you Dracula?
Oh no.
Jay? Jay as in Jackula?
You want Jack, bro?
Want to kiss it out, bro? I've forgotten my name and my past.
Well, my name's Soma. Want to be best friends? And then, like, fight later on? And then kiss it out? Your dark power. Were you born with it?
I don't really know. I first noticed when I entered this castle.
Yeah.
I see. I guess I was mistaken. Mr. J, why have you come to this castle? Call me Jay. I am filled with fear when I hear the name Dracula. I came here because of the prophecy. I also thought my memory might return. In fact, since my arrival, I have felt like my memory is returning. And your accident occurred in 1999? Maybe Dracula was involved. I fear you are correct, especially since I have magical powers. Jay, are you an exorcist? Well, you might say that, but I work for no one but myself. I must be going now. I'm sure we'll meet again. Yes, see ya.
I don't work for anyone.
Fuck, cheetah skin, fuck that, just turned me into my Final Fantasy 14 cat girl. Degeneracy.
Meow.
Man, it's just like the worst. Let me go save before I go deal with that absolute shit show.
Nice. What? Nice.
Fuck.
Nice. Goes so far the other direction.
I know. It makes me think of in Cuphead. There's that power that goes, the boomerang goes really far backwards.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if it's like inspired by this.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Fuck.
Ugh. That weird curve, man.
I'm already so low on health. Take me back. Let's do this all over. How'd you go about the protagonists? Obviously not activists. No, I would I would want characters in a story to have real ability to influence the plot.
Got him. Nice.
Hello. Oh, fuck.
Ah.
Ah, fuck me. Going all the way back. None of this. No.
We need the perfect run. Yeah, Chaosman says the activist protagonist has been overdone.
Has
To
it?
death, especially in DCYA.
Listen, you can only blame yourself for reading something retarded.
Oh. The real problem is that the youth is reading that. And they think it's normal.
I'm going all the way back. We're gonna do this clean. No.
No hit run? Let's go.
No. Okay.
You have my act. Oh.
Yeah, I feel like I would assume something would be bad if it had a activist as the protagonist. You know?
Yeah, that is kind of fair.
Ah, fuck.
Wait.
Not worth it. No. Gotta figure this out. Nope. Oh.
Nuts.
Even the Avalanche group in Final Fantasy VII makes me hurt. Yeah, when I had the plot explained to me, where it's like, oh yeah, it's like a meteor that's like sentient, and they're taking its power after it crashed into the Earth. And it's like, okay, and I'm supposed to feel bad for the sentient meteor? Have we really come this far? There is a certain amount that, like, the human capacity for sympathy is taken advantage of to make to make people feel bad for stuff they have no business feeling any sympathy for. I was lucky I didn't get hit.
It's like modern politics to a T is just taking advantage of human sympathy.
They're like fucking trying to get you to feel bad for Hamas. It's like, what? I just feel like the only people who could really feel any sympathy for them would have to have either not seen the footage or just be like the most virulent leftists, where they're like, oh well, Hamas is making a anti-colonialist argument, I guess I must side with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, big payday, huh? Is that it, Packy?
I think people are also like just seeing it through the very shallow lens of, oh well, they're Muslim and we need to protect all Muslims.
Yeah. I met up with someone today, have a chat, and somehow I asked him what his thoughts were on, 'cause he's rather, like, I don't know, sort of left-leaning.
Liberal?
I just don't even take me back. Was this before I fought the thing or after I fought the thing? I guess it's before. Oh. Let's do it. Oh no, that's in soul set, so I have the passive one. My dragon is increasing my This is making my damage out of control bonkers. And I do think Minotaur is my spirit animal, so let's do this. Have you ever played the full game? Oh, sorry. Thought it was someone else. For Final Fantasy VII.
They're having their own conversation.
I haven't finished Final Fantasy VII myself either, and I don't care about spoilers. I thought that movie was cool. Advent Children, huh? I made Trisha watch it.
I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll impress Trisha by showing this bitch a thing that's like kind of obscure. And then you were like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I don't know. And you were like,
sounds about right.
And you were like, oh, why do you like it? And it's like, because it's pretty.
Pretty pictures.
Trisha's like, you're the downfall of all animation. Is Advent Children an adaptation of the game, or is it a separate thing? It's a continuation. It's like a sequel. Oh, you fucking... Oh. You. Bitch.
What a douche. Yes, Advent Children is a sequel to 7.
I don't even, like, really play Final Fantasy games, but even I get annoyed when someone's like, how are there, like, 13? Don't they ever run out of, like, stuff? It's like, oh, it's probably bad because they've had so many sequels. It's like, you shut the fuck up, you're so stupid. How do you even remember to breathe? Oh, how do I get that?
Well, you can't hit it. That's weird.
I assume that smoke is no good.
What are you doing, Advent?
God damn. Just crouch for those guys. I bet they don't have a low attack with the armor. I don't even want to try out the Fleaman Tower. It's probably gross, like Fleaman.
Yeah. I bet it is. I bet behind that door is another safe spot.
Oh yeah, so Israel and Palestine came up, and he was like, this guy is like, I told a story about this guy before. He was the guy with the frog story. And
Oh, it's boss time.
Huh.
He looks cool.
He looks big. I don't know if he looks cool.
He looks cool. He's also big. Oh, he's vomiting on you.
Yeah, it's been a while, right?
There's a lot of health he's got on him.
I don't actually know which one is most recent. Oh, it's this one, okay. So, this is the guy that was... He was the frog story from D&D, where, like, he didn't want to kill the frog because it was just, like, the frog that ate people. He was like, oh, it's just doing what man-eating frogs do. We should set it free. It's like...
Yeah.
You're a D&D adventurer. Your job is to slay monsters, not to fucking be a wildlife conservationist. Anyway.
Unless we forget what they did with those evil fire cat people.
Oh yeah, the Char.
Yeah, that was a char. Oh, well, they did a bunch of bad stuff, but that's just because religion is bad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
They're
right. I
good.
forgot. I didn't even associate
If
like
you
a.
don't think so, then you're a kid.
I honestly didn't even put that angle together. I was just thinking like. I was just thinking like I didn't think of that as being a religion, because when the game came out, that would never have been respected as a real religion. That would be a cult. But
Oh, yeah.
oh, interesting. I gotta.
Hey, buddy. I mean, not just a cult. That's their culture. You dumb dog. You're just rubbing yourself against my wire. You're so dumb. Peter thinks that you should vote. Who are you gonna vote for in the next election?
Jumping while taking damage restores health. Maybe that is a good soul. Jumping while taking damage restores health. I've got to know what this does, but I probably just want the passive damage boost more. We go get hit and then jump. What the fuck does this even mean? So is it like taking damage in the air? I don't. I don't really see this doing anything. If it does do something, it's probably not practical.
Yeah.
Let me just take bonus damage and have fun with that. Ugh. And the capture's fucked? Really?
He said it was fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just going out of full screen for a second. Just today, I found out BLM is supporting Hamas. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, they're making the same arguments. It's just like a pro-white genocide thing where they're like, oh well, they're colonizing.
They have land that the other guys really, really want.
Didn't the Jews build Jerusalem? Or is that wrong?
I mean, historically, I suppose.
They owned it once upon a time, I know. Just wanted to regen my MP. But
Yes.
Anyway, talking to that guy, he's like a super moral absolutist. So let me just before I get distracted by the game, let me just explain this. So we played a D&D campaign. I gave them a side quest where it was like, there's a exotic warehouse of animals. The animals have all gotten loose, and the guy who owns the warehouse wants you to kill all the animals to keep them from escaping, to contain the situation before he gets in trouble for having illegal animals. This guy tells the police about it. They get the guards go and then try to deal with the situation instead. And then a bunch of guards die. And then after that, one of the animals, a giant frog, escapes. The guards then hire them to go kill the frog. He has no qualms about the guards who died trying to do that job because he was like, well, it was the right thing to do to tell the police. He's like moral absolutist. No amount of bad thing can be done in order to do good things. So even them doing the shady job of killing the animal so no one gets hurt is bad because you're supposed to tell the police. Right. So this guy is generally very that, But then today I was like, well, what do you think about Israel? And he was like, they should probably kick all the Palestinians out. And I was like, whoa, because he's normally very not.
Right.
And he was like, well, they wouldn't have to kill anyone. What they do is they would just make them leave and then give them a debit card for a year's worth of work. Because it's just, and then we'll monitor the debit card and make sure they don't spend it on anything bad. And I don't know if you guys have heard how the weapons and equipment were bought for that little operation. You might find that particularly amusing. Can I get a map? So there's like a little room that I didn't get to down there. Right? Is that right? Maybe I'll try and navigate by the map since I'm like pretty lost at this point. Oh, I haven't been down here. Okay. Let me like make a save. Weird.
So many squishy noises.
Not good ASMR. You want some smashing bottles down the stairs?
Yeah, right.
And then he was like, his other solution was like, oh, well, Saudi Arabia has lots of money, so maybe the U.S. could bribe them with more money to take in all of the
Oh yeah, makes total
Palestinians.
sense. So I guess maybe to the right there might be a save point? Right. Just checking.
No.
Okay, we'll see. And
Fight
then
boss.
check it.
No. Boss fight time. Boop. So the hand can hurt me. So maybe the proper way to do this is to jump and up.
You have my axe. Man, that is the worst, getting stuck inside the enemy. Eric Lowy said they don't think there's a solution to that whole situation. It makes me glad I'm not a politician. Well, we don't really have to deal with it. But of course, you know, the United States is probably going to want to do something, I guess.
There's the obvious and historically proven solution to having an enemy, and that is to kill them. This is not like...
Yeah, well, needless to say, Palestine really isn't in a good position to go full-on war with Israel.
What the fuck? You just... no. They're like literal children. Israel has been providing them free power and water for their entire existence. It's been like 30, it's like, was it 50 years or something? They've been providing free power and water.
The big thing with the Palestine-Israel tensions that I've heard of that caused them to increase, I guess, is that Israel and Egypt set up like a blockade and sanctions. But that was because Hamas kind of took over. And then they were like, okay, we'll take the blockade down and we'll meet up with Hamas if you can like recognize Israel, denounce all the violent terrorist acts, etc., etc. And they were like, no, So it's just they just kept the blockade up.
Yeah.
And you know, that's kind of their fault.
I mean, the real reality of it is the thing that has caused the hostilities between Israel and Palestine is that
It's really just
they're Jews.
yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
Is it like?
There's a reason why they scream and chant "Death to all Jews" in the streets over there, because they don't like them.
Yeah. I say glass all of Palestine and call it a day. I mean, that is a world peace solution right there.
It's probably, for the most part, what's going to happen.
I don't understand how, like, I want to be able to understand how I'm supposed to solve this without taking damage. It looks like only the legs take damage.
Hey, Gabe the Gen! Coming back to watch more Castlevania? As you can see, we're making some progress here. Ooh.
It's just like that swinging arm just kind of hits you sometimes.
And Jamie Rose asks, why are you trying to do it no damage? Well, you see.
I just want to understand, like, what the mechanic is supposed to be. But it's just kind of like
Hey,
swing until you win. This is terrible. Like, the arm just is random, and the fingers touching you will sometimes deal damage, and it looks so bad. Like, it doesn't look dangerous, doesn't look like it would hurt. It's just, you get grazed by these fingers, and then you just get hurt. And it's...
Jamie Rose says there's a safe spot under his arm.
But it's not, because he's moving forward. So, but then you'd have to, like, crouch, but then to get up from crouching, you have to...
From the rock split. Get good.
I mean, you don't have to get good. You just...
I'm just saying.
You just keep on attacking until you win. You just press the button over and over again. Which is, like, less exciting.
And as for the rock split, then you back up when he comes at you. Ooh, you gotta slide. Very fancy. Eh. Little knife dinging off the stairs. What a dumbass. You didn't go right yet.
And I never will.
No, you have to go right. But.
So yeah, if you want to, I'm pretty sure every like different Muslim country kind of hates each other. So.
Also, what weapon is that? I don't think I ever used that in this game. Jamie, you never used
The whip sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I should go right. I wonder if that does damage.
Yeah, there it is. Just as I thought it would be.
Well, you also thought the boss was going to be an extra. But you were a big stoop.
I think the lesson from this is that Trish is always right.
What about that time you were wrong?
No.
Okay. Okay. Make a little save there. So, oh. Is there actually a way to not take damage?
Believe in the heart of the cards.
I guess that is This is terrible. If I, like, jump down immediately, can I even... maybe crouch. There's, like, no way to turn around in a tight radius, so... Yeah, but there's so much air drift that you're gonna go forward. Throws sharpened butcher's knives. Neat. You bitch. Disgusting.
Got him. Yeah, it does look like you should be able to just, like, stab it. Hey. Nice. You got the high potion.
Big improvement over the low potion.
Yeah. There you are, honeydew. Says Castlevania continues.
Indeed. Okay, I've already done that. So back to the ballroom, I guess.
I guess.
There's a Qatar over there.
I
Interesting.
see that.
No.
And Gollum put some dirt in your eye. Bully Maguire would be proud.
Yeah, it's always weird talking about, like, I cannot win, like, talking about, like, my writing, because it's like, if the book hasn't come out yet, right, I'm afraid to talk about the... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm afraid to talk about the more interesting or unique concepts, because not even, like, I'm afraid of someone stealing it or something like that. It's like, if they're really good concepts, I want to have it really polished for people to understand it. And, you know, summarizing something is a very different skill from actually depicting it. And so you could very easily have a really good concept and then it not working so well in a summary, and then you can't really express why it would be cool. And so then if they do look at your thing, it's not going to be as good because, you know, they're going to have already heard the shitty summary and then be like, oh, that's surprisingly not terrible. And it's like, yeah, but you're supposed to be, like, blown away by your first impression of it. It's supposed to be, like, a really good concept. So... So the tail hurts you, huh? Quetzalcoatl. Hey.
Eric Lowry says a lot of well-liked stuff sounds really dumb when you summarize it.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
And yes, it's our first playthrough of this game.
My first playthrough of any,
Any Castlevania game, yeah.
Ah. Nemesis? You fucking bitch of a sword. Oh.
It's interesting because you have to attack the sword rather than where the invisible enemy would actually be.
So your nemesis, is that supposed to be one of the characters that's like invisible and trying to...
That's the traitor!
Yeah. Okay, that's where it came from. My goose. Okay. There's probably more to do around here, right? Although maybe not.
Oh, look at all the black spots. It's probably places you need to go, right?
Eh.
Undiscovered routes and whatnot. That's what I would assume.
Yeah. No, you're right too. I'd probably steal it. Accidentally have it in the back of my head till it bubbles up to the surface. Cloudy on the source. Yeah. I mean, that does happen too.
But by the time it bubbles up in your head, it's probably become something different.
Yeah, and it's also, like, ideas are not nearly as important as...
Execution.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Just look at all the isekais out there. How many of them are actually good? Very few.
Yeah. So, I guess like bottom left is like where I need to be. Fuck, that's a lot of damage. Just not do any of that. So, yeah, it's gotta be bottom left is like something. Oh, I never... never actually explained what the gross thing I was trying to work on was.
It is quite a gross thing.
So, without, like, too much context or giving away, like, the more interesting concepts of the piece as a whole, essentially, I was thinking biotech company as the villain thing, right? I don't know, is this even, like, a way to go? And I was thinking, like, they have access to all... That company would have very cheap access to all sorts of, like, biological modifications, right? So you have all sorts of boob jobs and stuff at their... at, like, not a great cost. Not a significant cost to them. So it makes sense for them to... make money on, like, streamers, right? And so set up, like, a sort of streaming house. And I was trying to... And the super gross thing that I was writing recently, the chapter I just, like, finished, or, well, when is a chapter really finished, right? But, yeah, the super gross thing I was working on, anyway. How, like, far back am I, anyway? Here or something. Let's just start from here again. Okay, is it really the bottom of the room or is it here? No, that's a little side spot, so it's like one underneath this. Okay. Theoretically this way. Okay, so let's, like, bookmark that.
Arhunadu asking, are retcons a sign of a bad writer?
When you're, like, the fucking One Piece dude, no. Because
Well,
they're making you write, like, an abnormally long story.
I would say that retcons are a sign of a writer that didn't clearly think through all of the story. And that could be a bad thing, depending on the context. You can still execute a retcon well. But, you know. Depends how good you are at finessing. A lot of mangakas, though, will just start up a story with no end in sight. And sometimes they do really well with it, despite that.
Yeah, I mean... Some stuff just lends itself to... Some stuff just lends itself to going on forever, right? And so you really shouldn't have too much trouble going on forever. Like One Piece, for example, you're just putting adventurers on a boat, you're just putting them on, like, infinite numbers of adventures.
Right.
So there's really, you know, certain stories will, like, lend itself to going on forever better than others. Like, I would imagine One Piece really doesn't have a great excuse for having issues.
the MCU. That's mostly a problem of just writers disagreeing with each other and wanting to change things on the spot. Uncurse potion. Nice.
Guess I'll put a save there.
Nice. Good axe.
I think it might just be the Minotaur power making me do so much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Plus a dose of leveling up.
Marvel and DC comics never end. There are definitely plenty of writers who have tried to write endings for those characters, but then they're just like, ah, shit, our new characters aren't working, guess we gotta revive this one, bring them back.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you can just have eternal characters.
Sure.
That takes skill, though. I think...
Yeah, well, you're essentially like, gambling on if you can get writers that are actually good on said characters.
Well, I don't know. I mean... Really... It shouldn't be gambling. There should be, like, tons and tons of good writers.
Yeah.
But there aren't, and so if there aren't good writers, then you need to train them. I mean, like, if the education system, like, if the colleges just don't teach people to be good writers, you know, you need to put the tools out there for people to learn how to write.
Yeah.
And then, like, hire those people. There's no excuse for it. It's just like...
Well, granted, it's hard trying to teach people how to write.
Not hard enough.
It's like, I can look at someone's work and tell them what's wrong with it, but I don't know how to tell them how to do it right the first time. They just kind of have to learn as they go, you know?
Yeah, but, I mean, that's... Forbidden area.
Ooh.
That's exciting, but I see a red room that I missed, so I want to get that before I continue on. So it's like above me.
Everyone wants to take existing characters and turn them into something else. Yeah, well, they don't want to... I don't think they actually want to take the existing characters. I think they just want the validation that the characters have. They just want the success of the characters to be associated with their own writing.
I suppose you're right, yeah. Also, I think people want to, like... I mean, it is prestigious to be given the trust that you can handle this, like, big character.
Right. But because they want to write something else, it obviously shows through in the writing. Because the characters will not act like themselves. They won't do superhero things. They'll just act up their own self-interest. And it's kinda reflective of the writer writing them.
Oh, I physically can't go any further, okay.
making new characters takes work. Yeah, well, they're not working hard enough. Have you seen those DCYA new characters? They're awful.
Okay, I guess if I go back up and then get into that stuff above the other save room, if that is a save room, maybe it's a map travel room, I don't know. There's nothing to the right, I just have to go up and over, I guess. Motherfucker.
Maybe I should just get footage of you sleeping and then use that in the background of my videos sometimes. So peaceful. Such a peaceful Bork.
You really should. He is...
So relaxed. Yes, they want instant fame and gratification. Oh yeah. Nobody wants to work to get somewhere.
Anyway, sorry. I keep on getting distracted.
Right, the gross thing.
The gross thing is the... If you imagine a entire facility full of streamer thoughts, what the hallway would smell like. And that's what I was trying to describe.
Right.
As a way of illustrating the evil organization as being bad, I wanted to describe what the hallway smells like and really make it really disgusting to try and illustrate the point that it's not a good organization. Just like, you know, kind of more associate them with like bad stuff, right?
The smell of rotten sex. Disturbing, yes.
It's so much harder than that. It's just like, I don't know. It's such a... Because you can't rely on like a lot of the like more common things people would talk about as being like gross or whatever. It's such a... I don't know. I was, you know, there's just not a huge vocabulary that I can draw on to describe like gross vagina smell, you know? And it's also like the character that I'm working with, I don't really think that they would have, like I don't feel like I've established them as a character that would have a lot of experience with that. And, you know, it's almost like the wrong character for the scene if I want to like really... it's not the wrong character. It's not the wrong character because it's the right character for the scene. It's just like to really capitalize on these sort of grosser descriptions. It's like to not to capitalize on them, to make them maybe more, I don't know, like, so this character wouldn't have a lot of frame for really like he wouldn't have the vocabulary for it exactly. And so when I'm doing close third, I like to not diverge too far from what the character's word choice and like frame of reference would be. And so it's difficult.
Right.
But I think it'll really serve. It's like it's very unpleasant, but I think it'll serve to make it like more triumphant or more satisfying. You know, when a victory is achieved. You know, so. So it's worth it. It's just like it's difficult. I mean, and then of course there's like the paradox of like, well, a character that doesn't have a great frame for it would be the best character to be horrified for it, right? Because it'd be so alien to him. What I ended up going with was like, you know, as is usually the solution. Like a lot of people, when you ask them like, oh, how do you describe a setting, right? Like I've asked general advice like that, and like the super canned response is like, well, describe stuff that isn't the setting. and you know, I think that usually is like an easy cheat, is to just describe other stuff, and by describing the other stuff, you know, it's like a fucking Rubik's Cube, right? Like, if you want to make the evil organization seem evil and unpleasant, you describe like the smell of one of their facilities. If you want to, I knew that was a platform, it just always falls through. Then if you want to describe the smell, you don't describe the smell. Like, it's like you have to solve all the sides before you can get the full picture. So what I went with was not the description of the smell itself, but the sort of humidity that the smell forms, you know, and what that's like to like have that in your mouth as like a more solid, like a thicker air, you know. So I think it should work out. It's obviously going to need some like fine-tuning and stuff to make it like really, really like do what I need for the story. But wow, so that's going to be like the worst save state. Redo that. And I was thinking, like, by describing the scent, like, sort of earlier, or not describing the scent, describing what the scent is earlier, I was thinking just planting that in people's heads and then keep on adding more peripheral to it. Maybe that's, like, the way to do it, but then there's also, like, a certain effect of, like, I don't want to say suspense, because that's not really what it is, but there's a certain, like, if you kind of keep it from the audience, sometimes that, like, makes people sort of more interested in hearing exactly what it is, if that makes sense. Not that it's, like, a secret or something, it's just, like, and they don't have to wait, like, a long time where it's frustrating, it's just, like, oh, okay. I see. Just a matter of like a few sentences to space it out, or like, yeah. And it's a really key chapter too, because like I think this, you know, whenever you're introducing like any concept in the story, it really needs to come in strong, I think. Especially like if you introduce a character badly, like if you don't make them sympathetic, or you don't make the audience like root for them or like the character at all, it's a huge mistake, and because people just won't care about the character. I've played with the concept of introducing an unlikable character and then making them likable. But it's so like, It's a very sketchy proposition. Is it like... So there's ways you could do it, I guess. Ways I will do it eventually. I have, like, other projects that would require that. But... Oh, got the rapier finally. Let's see what it does. I think I'll probably use this the entire game, though. It's very fast DPS there. Trisha's just recording a certain puppers.
Unfortunately, my camera just sucks. Barely even see the fluffers. It's just all darkness.
Rotting tuna? I don't know. It's so much worse than, like, rotting fish, I think. Can be. Oh, I thought you were saying internet gas as a descriptor for that. That'd be pretty funny. Batman is just a rip-off Zorro. Okay. Rotting grain? I don't know what that smells like. I think that's a problem, right? I think, like, people generally don't know what it smells like. Huh. Fucking really.
Yeah, the hitboxes are just absolutely brutal. So much more brutal because the game operates on the idea that if you touch an enemy, you'll get hurt.
Okay, so this whole room I don't need to do. I need to do down and left of this room. So if I go...
Yeasty and beer with a rotten taste.
I don't know. Does anyone really encounter that? I find myself skeptical. Skeptical, yeah. That's the word.
I think even if you've never encountered something, you can kind of put together the pieces to understand or empathize with the descriptor.
Yeah, it's just hard. It's just
Right. Little bitch fucking skull.
yeah.
Got it.
And obviously the first time you experience something, it's going to be more gross than it ever has been before. But you, as a person, don't have, like, the vocabulary to even express it. Like, when you're telling the story, you're just like, oh, it was really disgusting.
Yeah. Marshall says sugar beet processing plants smell awful. Smell like death, though. It's his exact words.
I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. I think we've found a new... We have not found a new. Oh, maybe over there. Maybe if I go down and over. Yeah, probably. Okay, going down or left. Good thing they have a map. Nice. Burning hair is really bad, but it's a different smell, you know? It's also, I think, part of it is the context of like what it is that makes it so gross, and that's like obviously something to capitalize on. Okay, this is just a whole place I just haven't been. Should I do this? No, I'll do the other spot because it's like. This is nice. I found something new.
Nice.
How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
Maybe if you get onto the top platform, you can drop down there?
I don't know.
I have no idea, yeah.
You fucking
scaling man.
can't even believe that. Okay, so I just can't go up here. That's why I wasn't up here before. Fair enough. Go back and go down.
Thorns from Gurgi's fur because he keeps on rubbing up against those. Dogs are dumb, Chad. You must take care of them.
Did Peter really say that dogs should be able to vote?
Nah. Just sounds like something they would say. It's like, animals deserve to vote!
Hand grenades. Now we're talking. Right. I wonder if that's any good, actually.
You couldn't vote. Right.
I feel like this... I wonder what the damage is. I just want to test out this power. See
Maybe on a stagnant enemy would be better. Hey, 117.
And then I wonder if there's like... Not coming back, I guess.
I guess not.
Okay, cool. Now, I unlocked some kind of skeleton blaze. Okay. That doesn't let me go underwater. I was wondering. Well.
Big bugs.
It's nice and all, but I'm getting out of here. It really depends on the retcon, too. Like, a lot of times I think it's like a bit of a betrayal of the fans. Like, take for example Naruto. There was substitution jutsu, which was super interesting. It's like a core part of the show, or the manga, or whatever. I've heard, and I don't know if this is exactly accurate, so feel free to correct me. Substitution jutsu was originally, you would substitute yourself with a specially prepared log or something else that you had, you know, you'd gotten ready beforehand. So you knew you were going to use the substitution jutsu, you'd do that. Then it was changed to just moving really fast to replace yourself with the log. And this is supposed... And the reason this change is important is because someone who's weaker than someone else can no longer use substitution jutsu to get out of getting hit by a really dangerous attack. Because they're not fast enough. Because they can't move faster than the other person can see. Right? And so all of a sudden the desperation ploy of using substitution jutsu no longer works. There's no more preparation involved. It's less like a ninja and more like a really powerful superhero or wizard or something like that. And so you get further away from what everyone originally got into, which was like ninjas.
Right.
So in that sense, not a good retcon. Sometimes I would imagine it could be important, like world building or something. Like if you have a country and it's one place and then it gets like, oh, you know, great example, the park. We were just playing that. They changed the layout of the park to work better in a first-person game, to make it cooler, more interesting, put more of the budget into like making the area itself prettier and etc. It's good retcon, I think. Is this supposed to be possible?
Good question. It looks like the type of place where you would need to move a box there or something. Chat, any input? I suppose not.
Naruto had one big retcon of the Itachi. In a side book, they said Obito killed the bulk of the Uchihas, and the Itachi only took out the elders as parents. Skeletonite soul increases strength by 4. Nice. Well, actually, the Minotaur is 8, I think. By 8, yeah. So I already have that one on. Giant Ghost. Interesting.
Nice.
Oh, it's a toggle. Oh, super interesting. Oh, what?
Hey, you got it.
Alright, well let's fucking quick save that shit.
Nice. Yeah. Just try gliding left, I suppose.
So there is stuff above me.
Yes.
But it looks like it's not accessible from this room. I think I need to go all the way out.
There's another door in the left room.
So maybe this is like not the preferred way you're supposed to access this level, but it is obviously possible. So maybe that actually isn't intended.
We should have some sick beats to rock out to in the meanwhile.
I worry about retcons because, you know, eventually, right now, I even side by side with the sci-fi thing, I'm working on my big fantasy thing, and you know, the world, man, it's like there's so much to it, you know, and I worry about establishing something and then, you know, because I love this world so much, I would want to alter something instead of start a new one, you know. So I wouldn't be against retconning something, but I would like to make sure I have my lore all figured out so that it would not become necessary.
Right, that would be the ideal way to go about a story, is to have everything figured out beforehand.
So I guess I could glide over there. Just have to change my... Well, you know what?
Gliding power is looking worse and worse.
Well, with the forward momentum, you glide further, but I think that might just not be doable. Yeah, this is the other way.
Just going right and then up. Nice.
Let's see. That. I remember seeing that. Must be like wall jumping or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright. Hello. You got a copper plate. Nice.
Okay, so that doesn't take you over.
Yeah, it doesn't connect.
I guess continuing left and then going down. See how the copper plate is. Probably not as good, right? Yeah.
To most, the book is considering non-canon as it mentions Itachi interacting with book exclusive characters, so some see it as a new content. I don't know. Gabe the Gen says Crunchyroll released the first episode of the new anime, The Yuzuki Family's Four Sons, only later to take it down. Why was it taken down? The English subtitles were such a huge mess. So many mistakes were made with it. Well, yeah, they don't really have talented staff on board for that, I suppose. Whether it be transliterating names and stuff, punctuation marks, bizarre grammatical errors. Yeah. They probably just put it all into Google Translate and then uploaded it raw like that. Instead of trying to make it sound better, at the very least, at the bare minimum, trying to make it sound better.
Honestly, if you're localizing stuff, you need to have someone who is skilled in Japanese.
Yes.
There's plenty of people who speak Japanese who are skilled with the language of Japanese.
Yeah, and they would fucking love to come over here and make big money.
Not even that. Not even people like from Japan. You could just find people that are skilled with English, that are skilled with Japanese, that are like English native language, like in the U.S. There's plenty of people that have an interest in languages. There's plenty of people you could hire.
And ironically, none of them work at Funimation.
Yeah. I mean, they have one of their like big name employees is like bragging about like, oh yeah, I have no idea how to speak Japanese. I translate all of the Funimation stuff. It's like, oh, that's great. So Google Translate and you just changing stuff to how it like sounds slightly better in English. It's like, oh, that's great. So all these people who go to college to get a degree in like linguistics, and they're just like, well, I guess that guy knows a guy, so he should just have the job, even though he literally cannot do it.
Gabe the Gen says, considering that they don't pay translators well, doubt they will put the effort into hiring good translators. Well, the idea is they want to condense jobs. So they want people to do voice acting and the translating, or directing and the translating type things. They like couple them all into one job.
Fuck. Oh, so...
And so if they actually do have to hire a new person for translating, they would prefer to pay them little to nothing. Honeydew says, as long as they aren't woke to hate when they revamp things to be PC, Bleach the 1,000-Year War is getting censored left and right.
Is that just like the, oh my god.
One of those things.
The speed like super high? It is, yeah.
Yeah, it switched when it went to the next monitor. Super weird. I think that's just because, I don't know, maybe it reset the settings?
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it did something funky with the settings.
I don't have any sound either. Turbo mode's not on or anything.
I guess save and relaunch the game.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it, right?
That's how Chatham became the Flash.
Guess I'll just close this.
Yeah, a little bit of funkiness when you're working with an editor or an emulator, my bad. But also an editor in terms of the mistranslation stuff.
Okay, sounds back.
The gen. It's more like the script was put into an online translator a few times and forgot to put in marks. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're probably not actually paying someone to translate it, and so there's less incentive for them to actually do their job because they're not really getting any extra pay for doing it. Like, they probably just put it on one of the directors or whatever is putting out the anime. Put it on the social media person. Hey, you do the subs also for this. It's easy, trust me. Or the video editor.
And it like behooves them to just say that they can do it, because the Liam guy, Liam O'Brien, the way that he got his start in Funimation, the way he got the job was by pretending to speak Japanese. He explained they were looking for a translator, and he said he could speak fluent Japanese.
Right.
And so he just did a shitty job, and then they were like, oh good, we need someone who can do a shitty job for us, and then that's how you got to start in voice acting.
Yeah.
No joke. That's like honestly his story, and he's like, telling it in an interview, like proud of that. And it's like, so you took jobs from people who really went to school to learn Japanese, who like really could do your job, and they're like, oh, you just fake it until you make it. And it's like, okay.
Oh, see you, Chaos Mash. See you next time.
Yeah. Catch a Chimera.
But yeah, there's no good reason for Sony to not get actual real translators for their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if literally...
Yes, they just, like, bought a bunch of properties and maybe they want to penny pinch a little bit, but they should also be making a good bit of money after buying those properties.
There could never... It is not expensive to translate stuff. I fucking guarantee it.
Yeah.
There's no chance. You just...
I mean,
like,
at what point do you just hire the people doing it for free online? At what point do you just, like, try to get in contact with these people who are doing the fan subs?
Yeah. Literally, if people...
they're actually doing the job.
If people can do fan subs, then there's no fucking reason you can't get it done.
Instead, they hire people who use fan subs as reference. And they have been caught just straight up using pirating sites to get their translations from.
This motherfucker.
It's back up with subs corrected. Well, that's good to hear. Although some of these bad lines are amusing to read. Oh yeah? Why don't you put some of them in chat? We'll do a dramatic reading of these bad translated lines.
There's a website called Based Mods. basedmods.gg/something. So it's like some crazy URL, but... Oh my god, can I not get up there? Tasty meat. I assumed a lot of Castlevania was going to be me wandering around lost, but...
At least you have a map. Oh, are you kicking? Are you a little kicky dwarf chungus?
That's him, I guess.
That's you. Are your foot hurts? The year after that, the next year after that, and keep on year by year. Second line was written just like that.
It's amazing.
Man. Certainly encouraged people to go out and read the manga instead.
I bet.
Krisha really loves that pooch. You goddamn right. I got him the cutest Halloween costume. I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and blast it all over the internet.
He's a very cute dog. He's a real pretty dog. The breeder who sold him to us. She wanted to show him as a show dog because he has this natural posture to him. Like,
it's very elegant.
Yeah. Like if he steps in some mud, he will. I forget what it's called. I think it's the Spanish trot or something, where you alternate the front right and back left, and then front left and back right, and you like trot like that, diagonal stepping. He does that naturally. Like if he steps in some mud, he'll scurry sideways out of it, or like, you know, doing that. He's like always. He's always looking very elegant. He is still a dumb dog, although you might forget that when you see him being very elegant. But he is literally pretty enough to be a dog in a dog show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You fucker.
It's funny too, because Adam's brother got a Wheaton from the breeder. And the original one they picked out wasn't the one that they ended up getting, because that dog was too good. Decided to definitely show that dog.
So they got the broken one. So like
they got the super derpy dog.
Yeah, the dog they got, like she can't sit. Her legs like just slide. It's like hard to explain, but like her legs just like slide out to the sides and stuff.
She is not elegant like Gurky is.
You know how like a dog's legs will be like both kind of together when they're sitting? This dog just like sits with those legs like sliding out to either side, or both of them together and sliding out to the left. Like they're just so...
She doesn't sit on her butt. She sits on like her hip.
She starts out like, I don't know. Gurgi will sometimes, because his paws are so fuzzy, he'll sometimes do that, but his front paws will slide out, not his back paws. And so he has this look of like... He has this even more elegant look just like by accident, because like he'll be like sliding down forward, and then he'll be like looking up at you with his like tossing his hair, so he's like even more cute. Anyway, point being, he's quite the pretty doggy.
Yeah. He's very gorgeous.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it's a little like butler skeleton.
Slings hot curry at its foes?
That is so cute!
Japanese sure know how to make stuff, huh?
Yeah. We're always thanks to Nikaido. Yes. Always thanks. Hey, Matthew Atkinson.
Willkommen.
He asked, you having fun with this? Are you not entertained? And Jamie Rose says, that's a really good attack, actually.
That's tragic. Fucking joke attack is the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't get any higher. Maybe I can. I assume these guys do a ton of damage because they're so flimsy.
Never says some dogs are just natural at that stuff. Mine crossed her front paws and would jump over the water on the sides of the street. Also, I was told she has a dainty walk. I can imagine.
Yeah. It's funny, I was thinking he would never be able to be a show dog because he's not, like, super well behaved. Not that he's, like, a mean dog or anything. He's just very, he's very poorly trained. My parents are just too soft. When we got our first dog, they hated the dog. And so they didn't interfere with training the dog, and so the dog was very well trained. With the second dog, like fresh off the other dog dying, they were like, they couldn't handle even the slightest punishment. They couldn't handle yelling at the dog. They couldn't handle anything. They would go, "Oh, he doesn't know any better." Oh. And so the dog gets off the leash. He runs away. He runs into the street, and he nearly dies. And so my mom is terrified to walk him anymore. She can't walk the dog alone. She needs me to be there. Needs my dad to be there. Or someone else. She needs emotional support to walk the dog now because he didn't know any better. But you know, whether he knows any better or not, he's gonna die if you.
Oh my God! You're fighting the maid, and she's terrible.
Okay, let me
Kung Fu maids.
Let me explore the side path before I go further.
Oh, Jamie Rose says that attack actually leaves curry on the ground and enemies that touch it take damage. It's just so hot. Our Honeydew says, mine's just a short-faced white poodle. Looks like a mini dog Mark Twain.
Huh.
Adorable.
Does sound adorable. So yeah, the dog, if he does something bad, because he's been trained that it's okay to do anything bad as long as you can run away from the person that is scolding you, and then jump and try to hug somebody else. If when he gets off the leash, he's trying to run into the street and say hi to someone else driving a car. Instead of coming back where he has to be, because he just hasn't really been trained. So I was assuming that all of these things would cause him to be like no good for a dog show, but as it turns out, I was watching a dog show with Wheatons in it, and all of them were jumping on the judge. And
the one that won jumped on the judge.
No, like there was the runner-up and everything. Like all three of them were jumping on the judge. It was particularly funny that the one who won was so misbehaved as to be jumping on the judge who didn't want to be jumped on. But no, they were all.
Oh, it throws their head next. That's pretty funny.
The other ones do too.
Yeah. When you're all out of curry, use your head. Jamie Rose also says Kung Fu Maid is really popular. There's a mod for this game that makes her the main character.
Persephone is one of my favorite characters. I thought it was like a cute love story, Persephone and Hades. I don't buy the propaganda that she was coerced. I think he was like, have the pomegranate, babe. And she was like, yeah, let's do it.
Pomegranate?
So Persephone is the daughter of Demeter, who is the goddess of nature, in the Greek pantheon. And the story is that, I think she absconded with Hades, and then Demeter was like, no, you cannot marry my daughter, you're icky and do underworld things. And then she ate 6 pomegranate seeds, and so he was like, no, she wants to stay. So, that's why you have 6 months of winter.
Ah, I see.
Because that's when Demeter is getting lonely that her daughter isn't around. Some versions of the story are like, Hades was a toxic male or whatever. But, I think it was more like a screw you, Mom. I like heavy metal.
I like my goth boyfriend.
It's my reading of it anyway.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, that was the name of the maid, was Persephone.
Gotcha.
Obviously a reference.
Oh yes, because Persephone is known for being able to do kung fu.
I look at this guy as like, I have magic powers. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's significant, worth mentioning, but I don't know if the magic powers is really the only thing you should mention. It's like, yeah, I'm also strong enough to slay literal hundreds of undead with my strength alone. No good, Gurky. He's very agreeable though. The what's that? An axe. I could be even more like a Minotaur, but probably not gonna use this for long. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage.
Hey.
That's fast too. Wow, we gotta at least try it.
Yeah. Go axe someone a question.
Very proper axe swing too. One-handed, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we had 6 months of winter. Well,
Get fucked
it
for
depends on how you look at it. We do have 6 months of winter, right? Because like the Earth is going away from the, it's tilting away for a 6 month period and then it's going back. So it really isn't a 4-season thing. It's just dividing. It's just dividing what is clear, what is actually 2 seasons, one being cold, one being warm, into the halfway between the seasons. To just add some like kind of variety to it. But like functionally, it's not really 2 seasons.
Yes, yes. Nice. High mind up. Nice. Very nice. Such a classic hit sound effect.
I should save. I've been like doing so well. I just hadn't thought about it. This animation is probably a better hitbox. I kind of like the chainsword better though.
It's nice having something with like quickness and range in general.
Yeah.
But the axe definitely fucks. I'll give it that.
Fuck. Shit. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. I kind of like the whip sword more though. It's more stylish.
Oh, hello. Ooh, that's interesting. you're not supposed to fight that guy.
Ah.
Yeah, as soon as you attack, you get telly-welly-ported.
What's the point of this room? Just to fight a kung fu maid?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a very pretty room. I like the effect of the lightning outside and everything.
It is nice. It's amazing how much they can do with pixels.
Yeah, right. That's what talent looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Save point.
Convenient. You need a special soul to deal with them. Ah. There we go. Plunging attack.
Marshall says, I'm in North Dakota. We have 18 months of winter here. Oh, hello. What an introduction. Headhunter. Yeah, all the heads, the glass. That's so neat. I like that. I appreciate this. Oh yeah, and then another head attaches on. Yeah. Oh, and it changes the body too. That's cool.
What? I have a protective barrier.
Not protective enough.
What the fuck does that barrier do?
Maybe it's just physical damage. She's using magic.
Trisha over here assuming their gender. Oh, so how is North Dakota? Is it nice? Should we move there?
Adam hears 18 months of winter and he's interested.
Yes. Hey. This... unacceptable. Piece of shit. Picking up more gym clothes. All these naked ladies.
Yeah. Gotta wait until they're out of cool guy mode, I guess. Nice. Now magic mode, she turns into a crone. And after that, I guess she turns into some sort of lizard creature. Boy. Alright. Let's go. Ah! It's just as horrible as I imagined. Ah, poison. You can go into the your anti-poison thing. Yeah.
No.
Okay. No consumables run. Let's go. Marshall says it's the worst place on Earth.
The worst place on Earth?
I don't know about that.
Oh, it's not the worst place on Earth.
Around the country.
Reading comprehension over here. There are a few other places around the country I would rather live. Yeah. It seems nice to have a place that's cold. I'm a big fan.
I don't mind cool weather. Although I wouldn't want it to be Alaska type weather.
I would love it to be Alaska type weather. I would like the place I live to be generally safe and have the people who live there not to think it would be really cool if I died.
Yes.
My experience with like really far left people has been very frightening, to say the least. I just
Also, as a bare minimum, it might be nice to live in a state where incest isn't legal.
Did California legalize incest?
No, New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah. There's only really a few states that are like lenient on the incest stuff. There's like New Jersey, Rhode Island for whatever reason, and Ohio is okay with it sometimes.
Yeah, it's not really a like people always try to meme that it's like the southern thing, but it's not.
Yeah, people always say that it's an Alabama thing, but they have some of the strictest incest laws there. I guess maybe because people just want to trash Alabama.
Well, it's the thing they would be most upset to be called, I suppose.
Right. Exactly. That's what I think.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, so these grenades suck.
Yeah, Jamie Rose says, I'm in California, and it's definitely a contender for worst place on Earth. Jamie Rose also added, you can get away with anything short of murder here. Well, you can also get away with some attempted murder.
I remember right before COVID, not that this is like a,
Try the curry.
Oh, you might have a point there.
I don't know, the monster's on the ceiling.
Oh, waiter skeleton.
Trisha knowing all the incest states by memory. Well, it's because I was personally curious after having a conversation with someone about it. Or, well, I guess it wasn't really a conversation. It was more like someone talking at me, and then me thinking about it but not saying anything.
Collect souls to increase strength. What does that mean?
But that's what you do when you're curious about things. You look them up, you research. And I found out states that I don't want to live in.
So how exactly does Headhunter work? Is that like my strength is proportional to however many souls I've collected from enemies? I've also decided the damage...
That was a really cool boss, though. It's a neat idea. A different phase being a different head.
Yeah, that is quite cool. Yeah, it's like the, it's always the like the southern stereotype of like incest, but like I don't know. I've seen stories on the news in New Jersey where they're like talking about there was like this Hispanic family, and this was like News 12 New Jersey or whatever. It was like there was this mother who had to give away her son at birth because she couldn't take care of him. And then they were reunited, and then they immediately started like a very sexual relationship. And they were like, "Oh yeah," the news was like, "This is so normal with people who didn't grow up around their like parents and whatever." And it's like,
no,
this is still
that should never be normal.
This is still bad, guys. This is not good. Like,
yeah,
it's not. Yeah,
it's not good. Not for future generations or for them.
Yeah, and then there was like...
Our honeydew says, I'm in California and it's a lawless society over here. That's the consensus I usually hear, yeah.
Yeah, and then... I had a friend who was Hispanic. He had a lot of aunts and uncles, and he was talking about different aunts and uncles that have had sex with each other, and I was like,
no.
I kind of feel like that shouldn't have happened at all. Okay, well, one of them was rape, so that's not the same thing. I don't think. Not good stuff.
No. Not a good reputation for your family.
One of his uncles was like, "Oh yeah, this cousin of mine was like super loose. She would have sex with all the cousins," and it was like, "What? What? Hold on, rewind. Your cousin?" And you were like, "Yeah, man." It's like, I don't know. It's not super good. And then the only other anecdotal one I know is my friend's boyfriend worked at this like Jewish supermarket in Connecticut, and the father left because the wife was having an affair with the son, and then they were, I guess they were Jewish, and then he took a bunch of he made out very well in the divorce. I believe. I think he took everything but the store he didn't want, and so they were like massively in debt, and so they were just running the store, and he'd be like walking around like looking for his boss to go like ask them something, and then they'd just be like, this guy would be making out with his mom around the corner, and they'd be like, "Oh my."
That does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
For a fucking plate of curry.
This is demeaning. I must use cool weapons. Thank you. Skull necklace, insane. More defense. I'll go with luck. You know. Maybe I'll change my path. No, you know what? The damage is very nice. I'm kind of. If that increased luck, I would take it. Status, good. Yeah, I don't know. But I know I have no anecdotal examples of like super country people. They're called curlies. They're like the other character model, but just like darker.
I guess so.
No.
Ooh, cool fountain, bro.
Yeah.
So nice.
Tis indeed. Curious what the Valkyrie soul would be. that's so trippy.
I must say, I was not expecting Valkyries to be in Dracula's castle, among many other things.
Ugh.
Oh, spook.
It gives me like weird motion sickness.
Yeah, it is a little bit freaky deaky. Alright, well.
Is there anything I can do about this? Ah!
Wait till he attacks. And there you go. Nice.
I don't know if I really made out well in that exchange.
It's fine.
Made me so sick.
Yeah. I definitely feel the motion sickness.
Ah. I don't die in one hit. How will I ever survive? Keep doing it till someone gets dizzy. Honestly, I'm not super susceptible to motion sickness, but that got me. I'm like already sick. Oh,
Oh, she's so cute.
I know. I must kill her and take her soul. I have, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try and farm some of these souls. I have a bunch of cool ones all right next to a health thing, so why not? We've got that doesn't increase luck. I have a dancer somewhere, yeah. So do the dancer. And then I don't really have luck increasing clothes, do I? So I just won't worry about that.
Well, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Maybe we should be looking to wrapping things up for a bit.
I gotta admit, probably would be better if I had the axe. But yeah, we can certainly. Certainly wrap things up.
Yeah. Maybe like tell a story or something. And then
So-
call it a stream.
So there's like a couple little like white pills that I've heard about recently. But I know like the world is not like super perfect. You know.
Yeah, there's not the happiest of things happening around the world.
Especially in regards to like, you know, global stuff is not super sunshine and rainbows. I do think there is like something nice. Like just me personally, I was thinking it is kind of I don't. It seems like the second attack might be faster. But
Jamie Rose says, if you farm out ghost dancers, you can stack 9 luck souls. Souls drops are based on luck.
wait a second. Are you telling me that the effects compound the more souls you get?
Yep.
I have 2 axe armors. Does that mean that this is stronger?
The way that soul works is that more souls in your inventory, the bigger strength bonus you get from it.
Oh. Oh, you're telling me I can grind.
You can do a grindy windy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, that
It's
is
just the type of game for that.
Okay. This would have been the perfect game for like school when I'm listening to, like I used to turn PDFs into text, and then I would put it through a text-to-speech so I didn't have to fucking burn my eyes out reading this like cancerous garbage.
Yeah.
You can have up to 9 of any non-boss Oh, so you're saying if I farm the ghost dancers first, I would get enough luck to be able to farm all the other souls.
Right.
Okay. That's a good strategy. Alright, that's why I keep you guys around. Now can I stack a bunch of whip swords so I can have my whip sword be an actually practical weapon? I see you said yes, but I think you're not replying to me stacking like 9 swords on top of each other and then being like,
Man, she comes back every time you leave the screen, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing because we want to farm her, but first... Yeah, I know weapons don't stack. I kind of figure I can't just be like a Turbo Zoro.
9 sword style?
So, there's a couple, like, white pills. I think, honestly, BLM saying they support Hamas is honestly great for me because they've always been genocidal psychos that want all white people to die. But now that they want Jews to die, it's a little easier for me to be like, yeah, they're obviously psychos. Because for some reason, people tend to not understand that white people shouldn't be genocided.
Until they're Jews, yeah.
Until they're Jews, yeah. Which is really unfortunate for, like, society in general. And that's something that, like, I think we should all be kind of working on. Especially as someone who's white, I think it's probably good for people in your life to agree that it would be bad for you to be genocided. It's nice to be one of the good ones, but might be better to be, you know, more alive than that.
Right.
How far back do I have to go for dancers? This concrete bitch. No, I can't. You have to go to a map travel point. I think. I would prefer less genocide. Well, as a general rule, I do think, I do think Israel's best move is just to genocide Palestine. They've been playing nice guy for like a very long time. It's clearly caused a huge loss of life on their side. Sometimes the best way, like, there's this whole thing with like the cycle of violence people talk about, but like anyone who believes that sort of very modern myth just hasn't really considered history in that consideration. You know what, I gotta say, I was doing better with the whip sword. I've lost so much health to trying to get back to the dancers, I think it's probably worth me just, like, returning. Oh. No, now I have to go this way to get up. Oh, I was just going the wrong way the whole time. Okay. I'm a little confused as to how I get back to that save room. But I'll figure that out next time. I'll just go for a chill farming sesh. Oh. Actually, doesn't matter if I reload, right? Because hi, Junebug. How's the comic store doing? We don't have a comic store. Did I just get hit? I did. We do sell stuff on a store. I do not understand anyone who could look at what's going on there and think that it's justified, let on something that would be cheered on. You know, the guy I was talking to today, he was saying he drove through a bunch of Muslims waving Palestine flags and cheering in the street in New Jersey, like more towards the city. But anyway, I think it's almost a good thing that, like, the evil people that want me to die have kind of revealed their how fucking crazy they are, to, like, made it more clear to more people. So less people take them seriously. Me personally, that's great. I don't know how many people they're going to convince to side with Palestine, but hell yeah, I got another ghost dancer. Do I have it equipped? Luck is increased. Luck is increased by 4. And that, like, that's... wait, hold on. So it says my luck is increased by 4. Taking it off just makes it 28, though.
Hi guys, how the comic store doing? It's doing fine.
Oh, Burning Star isn't your store? Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Burning Star Comics is my store.
Well...
I'm a publisher.
Yeah, well, no, I thought they meant like a literal store, like a brick and mortar, like, comic shop.
Yeah.
But I guess it is still like a...
There's no shop around the corner. It's all online, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there, and it's good.
I just know people in America are going to make the war their personality, like the Ukraine flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole war in Ukraine, I was upset by it because it's like a brother war, and it's not. It just doesn't seem like productive.
Russia wants Ukraine.
Well, Russia wants to not be vulnerable to, like. They want Ukraine to be less gay. Like, they want Ukraine to not be so influenced by America, and it feels like something they should have been able to do with, like, subterfuge instead of killing people. Like, the loss of life is very unfortunate, and they're very similar, and, like, a lot of Ukrainian people and Russian people, they have, like, their marriages are their families are intertwined by marriage. Like, they have cousins, and they have, like, in-laws that are Ukrainian or Russian. And
Jeremy Rose has a correction to make. That stack mechanic is in Dawn of Sorrow. Still, more souls means more power for the headhunter soul. Sorry about that.
No worries. Let's see how much stronger the headhunter soul got. Quite strong, but is it stronger than the Minotaur? Not quite, but it's getting there, isn't it?
We're gonna wrap up the stream soon.
Yes, we are. I still think I'm gonna put on the dancer thing to farm a little bit next time as the stream is starting. I'll do a little eincy bit of grinding.
Yeah, I guess just remember that you have luck on.
Yes. Yes, indubitably. So that's like not quite a white pill exactly, but it's like I feel like it's like a half white pill. I personally, it's like
a gray pill.
I had like an annoying conversation with a friend who's like pretty cucky, and they were like you know, they were saying stupid stuff, and it was like, you know, related to that, so related to BLM, and I was just like getting very angry. But now I feel like it'll be easier to talk to that person, and I think they'll serve as an example down the road as more of these organizations pop up and then get smashed down. I can talk to people in my life and be like, well, they're very obviously genocidal psychos. So, yeah. Unlike the more white pill side, there's two little stories or three little stories I heard about. So that there was a family in Tennessee who was facing deportation. They're from Germany, and they were opposing the woke garbage being taught in their schools in Germany. So they moved to the U.S. to homeschool their kids, and they're pillars of the community in Tennessee. They're 100% German family from Germany. They have a bunch of kids, like a huge family. I think it's like I don't remember. I think they have like 7 kids or something. And they both have like jobs in the community. They're both like doing well. And let me make it so it doesn't go on the red. And they were facing deportation from Biden's administration, trying to reduce the amount of people in the country that would vote against him and try to pour in refugees from the southern border to vote for him. And they got so much pressure from conservatives that they backed off of this family, but they were going to try and deport them. They've given them a extension of a year, and that doesn't mean that in a year they're not going to try again. But I think it's important to celebrate victories, even if there's another battle on the horizon. I think it's good that they, I'm happy that they're not going to be kicked out of the country, and or they're at least not yet. And I think, that's a little bit of a white pill. Then the other thing that happened recently was the statues of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were taken down in New York, and they're being put up in Long Island, where there's a lot of conservatives. They were like, we don't know why you can't appreciate these statues, but of course we'll take them. We'll find a very elegant spot for them, and they're building these. They built these platforms for them. They're having these very, very expensive statues, masterworks, put up in their little small communities that they could never afford to commission. There's these masterwork statues that are going to be put up in these like smaller towns in Long Island, which is like right next to New York.
No, that's so nice.
Yeah, John was telling us about that, and I just heard there's a town in Rhode Island doing the same thing. In Providence, Rhode Island, which is like the capital, I think. They took down a Christopher Columbus statue and they like threw paint on it and whatever. Now it's being put up in this small town, and they are announcing it all over the place and having this big Columbus Day event that tons of people went to because they're so happy that their Italian heritage is being honored.
Yeah, it goes to someone who can appreciate it.
Yeah, so all these statues that have been taken down from woke garbage areas are being put up other places, and I think it's important to like focus on the victories, like.
Yeah, it also does help make their areas more valuable than the super leftist cities.
Yeah. And I think it's nice, and I think maybe cucky leftist people will go build their towers higher instead of moving out to the towns that have these statues because they're clearly not welcome. It's like you're gonna move in and be like, no, you should take that statue down. It's like, oh, you know what we should take down? You should throw you in the fucking ocean. So I think it's good. I see a lot of progress the other direction now, and not that like everything's like sunshine and rainbows, but I don't know. I just stuff seems to be getting better, and I hope it continues to. And I thought that was
one thing's for sure: change is coming.
Yeah, I think it's more popular to focus on like negative stuff just as a human in general, but I saw some stuff that was not bad, right? And I wanted to bring that up, you know.
It is very important to mention the good things that are happening in the world, since all you ever hear about on the news are the bad things.
Agreed. Celebrating the wins and blessings you have / receive are important, especially in what might be dark times. IMO. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You're damn right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'll leave you guys on that sentiment, and I'm gonna let Trisha get to sleep, and I'll get to writing, working on this sci-fi thing. I have some really cool concepts. I swear, it's not just as stupid as like thought hallways. There's a lot of really interesting stuff, but it's too good to talk about.
Yeah. You gotta wait for the book, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good book.
I think it's gonna be good. The fantasy thing is gonna be amazing. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. It's just, you know, it's I don't want that to be the next thing because then I'll have too much pressure and it'll take too long because I'll be too nervous about it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to sleep so hard.
All right, thanks for hanging out, guys, and you have a fantastic night. Thanks so much for coming out and hanging out with us.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Yeah, good